Am I the asshole, 30 female, for being upset at my family for giving me baby clothes for my birthday? So I just had a baby a few months ago and a lot of people have been really generous with buying us baby clothes. I asked my family to stop because we have more than enough clothes. We also get hand-me-downs, but some family insist on buying brand new stuff for us because they don't want my baby wearing just hand-me-downs. So it was my birthday a week ago and a few family members got me birthday gifts. One family member gave me a huge fancy gift bag and inside was all baby stuff. Bibs, clothes and soothers, all stuff I already have and don't need more of. I guess I looked disappointed, so she made a comment about how rude it was to not appreciate a gift. Another family member sheepishly handed me another gift and it was another fucking "I love my mom" type of onesie. I tried to act thankful but some family members could tell I was upset. Several people have told me I was ungrateful and selfish and I should just appreciate what I've gotten, but I'm so upset. I feel like no one cares about me, just my daughter. When I told a friend about this, they said I'm an asshole for being jealous of my child and I should just appreciate all the nice things they got for my baby. Am I the asshole for not appreciating what I got? Am I honestly being jealous of my baby? I didn't want anything extravagant this year. I would have been happy with something from the thrift store as long as was meant for me and not my child. I felt like some people used my birthday as an excuse to go baby shopping. I know everyone is excited for my baby and I love them more than anything, but it's like everyone has forgotten about me. Not the asshole, it's your birthday, not your child's. Unless you specifically asked for baby clothes, stuff. Some people do. They should buy things for you, not your children. You're not just a mother, you're yourself. A whole person, and you're allowed to be treated as such every day and even more at your birthday. I'm sorry it sucked. But for all it's worth, I wish you a happy birthday and I hope you'll receive more support from your friends and family. Not the asshole. I guess I looked disappointed, so she made a comment about how rude it was to not appreciate a gift. Sounds like a her problem. It's not the baby's birthday, it's yours. Not the asshole, it's your birthday. It's not unusual to expect the gifts to be for you and not someone else. Even if that someone else is your baby. They wouldn't give you STH for your husband instead of you either. There is also the fact that you told them that you have all the clothes you need already. Not the asshole, as you said, these things are for your baby, not for you. It's perfectly fine to want things for yourself and feel good about yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. I got plushies for Christmas before the birth and a voucher for a baby shop for my birthday. But for me? There was nothing. Of course I'm grateful, but still no one thought about me. I think it's generally the case in society that mothers are just mothers even on days like this. Or did the child's father only get baby things? And don't forget, you also asked them not to give anything more. Not the asshole. Mom here. Who gives a mom gifts for her baby on mom's birthday? Give the baby those gifts on their birthday if you want. You know what a mom doesn't wish for on her birthday? For the 837,367, cute, onesie for her baby. Especially if you already told them no more clothes. You exist, you are an individual also. You deserved better. I'm sorry. Not the asshole. I'm so tired of people who think that once a woman has a child, her entire being should be about that child. Sigh. I'm sorry, and I really want a link to your Amazon wishlist. Am I the asshole for grounding my daughter without consulting with my wife? My wife and I have a 15-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter. We make a conscious effort to always talk everything over together when it comes to our kids, the big stuff and the small stuff. On Thursday night, my wife was working late and told me to just have dinner without her. After dinner, which was frozen pizza. Please don't judge me. I asked both of them whose turn it was to do the dishes. My son said he did them the previous night, my daughter said she'd done them. It was starting to escalate into a screaming match of, "No you didn't, I did." I told them both to cool it and asked my daughter to do them since she was closest to the sink. She said the only reason I was making her do it was because she's a girl. I said that wasn't the case. She followed it up with the only reason I was making her do it was because she's the youngest. I told her I was done with this discussion and told her to do it, tried to help her realize it'd be quick and easy. I received a response of folded arms and a no. With that I sent her to her room. She yelled that she fucking hates it here, slammed her door. I told her she was grounded, then I did the dishes. My wife comes home, and as I'm telling her what happened, my daughter comes downstairs, and tells her that I lost it for no reason and that I grounded her. I reminded her she was being punished and told her to back up to her room and stay there. My wife asks me why I went ahead and just grounded her without talking to her first. In her opinion, what should have happened is, I should have done the dishes and told my daughter that once her mom got home the two of us would discuss how to deal with her. My case was, I thought swift action was in order. My wife feels that we are no longer a team now. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole. Because she was closest to the sink? Come on dude. You could have asked your wife whose turn it was, or told them to do it together. Or done it yourself and done a better job keeping track of whose turn it was in the future. My problem is not with you grounding your daughter without consulting your wife. It's with you grounding your daughter when she frankly had a point. Like, if your son was lying about having done the dishes yesterday, you let him get away with it, forced your daughter to do his chore, then grounded her for standing up for herself. It's not great. Why the heck didn't you just flip a coin? Have them do rock, paper, scissors? And yeah, if I was the daughter, I would think it was a make her do it because she is a girl thing. You are the asshole. You are the asshole. When it comes to groundings, both parents need to have a say in it. Not just one person, as that can easily snowball out of control. So yeah, you should have waited for your wife to come home and discuss any punishments. However, I'm calling bullshit on saying your daughter should do the dishes just because she was closer to the stupid sink. If there was no way of knowing who had done the dishes the night before, then you should have had them both do it. One washes, the other dries. Simple as that and no arguments involved. Did you ever figure out who really did the dishes last? Info. What made you decide your daughter was the one to have to do them? Op has replied, it's because daughter was by the sink. You are the asshole. It shouldn't matter who was closer to the sink. You did in fact pick her out for no true reason. Your wife is right. This is something you decide together. You should have sent her to her room without grounding till your wife could come home and you figure out what you need to do. Grounding a kid for not doing dishes is kinda silly, especially when you yourself weren't sure which child's turn it really was. Since she was closest to the sink? Seriously? Dude, you are the asshole just for that. They were fighting about it, so you should have just told them to both do the dishes. Like one person wash and one person dry. Honestly seems like you were playing favorites. Am I the asshole for not buying another dress for my bridesmaid? I'm at a loss right now. I'm getting married in September. When budgeting for our wedding, my husband and I decided we would pay for our wedding party's dresses or tux rental, alterations, shoes, hair and makeup. They could accessorize with their own jewelry as they saw fit. I had my bridal party very involved with picking their dresses and they unanimously decided on one. I had each of them take measurements and try on the dresses before I purchased them. Recently, we all had a fitting. One of my bridesmaids, Joan, went to try hers on and it was clear that she no longer fit into it. She had gained a significant amount of weight. Joan and I spoke to the tailor privately to if we had options to take it out. While she did her best, the dress was just too small, and while she could try, the dress would look significantly different from the rest, and cost $300 to fix, double the price of the dress itself. Before I could say anything, Joan chirped, "That's fine, my name, we'll pay for it." I pulled Joan aside and told her I was at my max wedding budget. Not to mention, some pipes at my house burst, so money is a little tight for the moment. We can afford the wedding we planned, but not anything extra. I was doing my best to not go into debt for this wedding. She said I could just buy another in her new size, again, out of my budget. I asked her to cover the cost of a new dress, as well as any alterations as I couldn't afford more than I had. Joan got upset and said I had promised to pay for her dress. I said I had, and I wasn't even mad it was unusable, but ultimately I couldn't afford another. If I had the money, I'd even buy her a cheaper, similar option, but it's not in the budget right now. I said it was okay if she didn't want to buy another, I'd love to have her as my guest. She said she's not coming period, saying I'm going back on my word. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. You did buy her a dress. One that was tailored to fit her. It's not your fault she can't wear it anymore, and your budget isn't unlimited. She's behaving very entitled, and it's not her wedding. Not the asshole. You paid for a dress you shouldn't have to pay for too. Let her stay home and enjoy your day. Unless you spoon-fed her Haagen-Dazs or she got pregnant. Not the asshole. You did buy her a dress. She just can't use it now, but that is not your responsibility. Not the asshole. You did buy her a dress. It's unfortunate that it doesn't fit anymore, but she can sell it online and use that money towards another dress. You shouldn't have to pay for a new one. Not the asshole. I am only saying NTA instead of NAH because of her reaction towards you. You can't afford to buy her another dress. She should be understanding and still coke as a guest. Instead she took it all out on you. That makes her an awe. If she came as a guest or bought her own, it would be NAH. Curious to know the time frame here. Was multiple years, months, weeks? If it wasn't years, then yikes. Am I the asshole for paying my stepson's college tuition but not my biological daughter? I am 39. Had a kid with my ex-girlfriend when we both were 18, but I have never really had a close relationship with her. Her name's Darla, F21. Darla's mom and I broke up before she even found out she was pregnant, and although she insisted that I was the father of her baby, I always doubt it. I know it's a possibility, but also there's a possibility she's not my daughter. However, I was pressured by my parents to give her my last name and paying a small amount of childcare, which I wasn't even paying myself because I didn't have a job at the time. As I said, I never really had a relationship with Darla, but I would see her every once in a while when she was in my parents' house with her mother. Darla's mom hates me for whatever reason too, so that made our relationship even more distant. When I was 25 I met a woman, F38, in college. She had a 4-year-old kid, Brian, at the time. After dating for some time we got married and we have 2 more kids together. I've raised Brian almost his whole life as his own father wasn't in the picture, so I consider him my own son and he also consider me his dad. He's going to college this year, so I paid completely for his education. However, Darla's mom got very angry when she found out because I haven't done the same to Darla. Apparently she's going to college this year too, as her mom didn't had enough money to pay her tuition and she had to work to pay for it. She had put some of my own family against me, and now they're calling me an asshole because of my favoritism towards my son. I think it's obvious that I would pay for his tuition because I did had a relationship with Brian but not with Darla, but maybe I should have helped her. Darla's mom hates me for whatever reason. Oh, it's clear there are many good reasons. You are the asshole. You are the asshole. You could have had a paternity test when Darla was born. You could have paid more to care for Darla, and gotten a parenting plan to allow you to spend time with your daughter at any time. You chose to pay a minimum amount of child support and make excuses about your daughter. I can see why Darla's mother doesn't care for you. You decided to play dad to a child not your own, and she worked to make sure your daughter had a relationship with your parents, her grandparents, but you didn't bother. Wow. Maybe you can grovel a bit and try to establish a relationship with Darla at some point. You made a baby, but have spent the last 21 years doing the minimum. Did you pay child support once you started working? If not, wow. That really makes you an awe. You are the asshole. The fact that you never bothered to find out for sure that she's your kid or not alone makes you an asshole. There's tests that you could have taken years ago that would have prevented this argument, but you just didn't? This is just icing on the cake. It feels like you're punishing Darla because you can't punish your ex. You not having a relationship with her is also a problem with you and your ex. I feel bad for Darla. You are the asshole. You deny your daughter and wonder why your ex hates you. If you really doubted she was your daughter, you would have a paternity test. You ever wonder how your daughter feels about this? About having an absent father who practically denies her existence while playing doting dad to his stepchild? Did you even want a relationship with her, because obviously your parents have a relationship with her? You are the asshole for not getting a paternity test to verify that she's not yours. Especially since you seem to want nothing to do with her. Did your ex cheat on you? You are the asshole for bringing an absent father to your daughter. She's yours until verified. You are the asshole for not treating all of your children equally. My father abandoned me, and your negligence in all these aspects are damaging. You're definitely Ta. You are the asshole. You abandoned your own child. Of course you're an asshole.